Hello. Yes, we are recording. Um, right. Sorry, guys. Not only has it just been like I've just had no time to do anything. My antivirus has run out on my laptop, so I've just had to get that renewed. Um, so I haven't done anything video-wise online. If you check out my Facebook page and specifically my Twitter page at Paul Dakers One, you'll find some interesting screenshots if you scroll. Relating directly to this video. Wow. It all it all comes out in a hurry, doesn't it? Couple of weeks ago, last week, I can't remember. James Major's back. Just dribbling rubbish. John Major, the former Prime Minister, has dementia, some sort of dementia, and is not very well. My uncle, actually, one of my uncles died of dementia, so I've got no sympathy whatsoever because John Major didn't come rushing round when he was ill and offer me his condolences. So, James Major asked me for sympathy for his dad who now has dementia. Wow. No, it's not happening, is it? So James Major now has power of attorney. Now, I could have read, like I say, there's some stuff on my Facebook page and my Twitter page. I could have sat here, I could have gone on, printed off emails and sat here and read email to email after you of how he was talking to me. He's on a very expensive cruise, spending his father's money under power of attorney on himself, obviously. He reckons he's spent $2 million in the last 6 days. He was drunk. He'd been drinking for 2 days and hadn't slept. There was intimations he'd taken cocaine, which kind of would explain him not sleeping. Prostitutes apparently were involved. He's on this cruise with all these models to Egypt for the World Cup, I mean, the debauchery was reaching levels that even I wouldn't have considered when I was seriously mentally ill. And really, yeah. For those of you who don't understand bipolar, let me explain to you. There's being depressed, and there's being euphoric, and there's all this kind of stuff, right? There's all these paranoid anxiety, but there's a certain point, there's a certain door that you open when you reach a certain level of whatever it is, paranoid anxiety, and you go through that door, and no sane person would ever understand what happens after that, right? And it's really, you don't want to know what goes on up here. So yeah, I mean, I think the guy is, well, apparently I've also been informed there's a history of substance abuse. Again, I'll assume amphetamines. Wow, I mean, he's quite absolutely deluded. He's spending thousands on a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne, whatever it was, the picture he sent me. I mean, it was all quite, it went on for the whole day. It was Friday, I think, last Friday when I was actually off work, so I was picking up on it quite quickly. And yeah, I could sit here and read them all out, but you'd all go to sleep. There was two that caught my attention. And in this one, he's actually said, post it now, no one actually cares. So I'd said I was going to post these emails online, right? So legally, guess I'm covered there, James. One, you've discredited yourself with the interactions with the police. Who, let's remind ourselves, would not investigate 25 years worth of theft from a public purse? Well, I think that says more about the police than it does about me. Alphabet Inc. Now, I looked that up. I didn't know what Alphabet Inc. was, right? So I looked up Alphabet Inc. Right, it's Google. It's some sort of restructuring. Alphabet Inc. has locked down all your exterior online interactions. So, yeah, the 6 or 7 times, quite recently actually, sometimes a while ago, but the 6 or 7 times when I've accused them of deliberately defrauding me by, like, my channel's being hacked, I'm not getting any revenue, blah, 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 who is it, what's going on? Oh, no, nothing's wrong, no, it's all good. It was you. It was Google. Google owns YouTube. So you were actually hacking my channel. So you're thieves because you've defrauded me of my revenue, and you've also covered up arms dealing by the British government. Twitter's stock price is plummeting and is seen by the media as a social media platform for conspiracy theorists. Yeah, they hate Twitter now because Elon Musk's taken over. So all their little trollers and all their little lackeys are slowly being kicked out. Because Musk sacked the board and he sacked the director and he sacked half the company basically. I did actually get one from him because I emailed him and said I'd put something on Twitter, and the response was, "We can't control that." More about that in a minute. You have a history of mental health issues. Yes, I do. 40 years of bipolar, which, as I do believe, Cambridge Police thought was funny, and they just laughed at me and mocked me and ridiculed me. Are you laughing now? No, I don't think so. That was that one. I'm just going to go and minimise the screen to read this other one. If I can find it. I never had the right mindset, apparently. The truth of reality is, and don't forget guys, this comes from the heart of the Conservative Party. There's a natural hierarchy. Workers, these people, and he actually did put that in inverted commas, should simply be considered to exist purely to produce and consume. The only things that matter are that they behave lawfully and that they produce more than they consume. And they're at the bottom, apparently. Then you have the engineers. These people are responsible for the creation of all infrastructure services and are extremely important to a nation's survival. Then, historically, there were the intellectuals. However, these sorts of people no longer have a meaningful place within society. So what he's saying there is, they don't want people to think for themselves. Lastly, you have the leaders. I was supposed to be a leader, he says. You were supposed to be a leader. What you didn't understand, though, was that all other sections of society exist to service you. It's not the other way around. For some reason, you believed you were in a position of power. I'm not kidding, guys. I'm reading this straight off the email. To help the workers beneath. And do you know what a preposterous notion that is? Anyone who reads history knows that such thinking is, oh my God, that's quite a big word, mate, fallacious. I'm not sure you meant to put that. Never mind. But apparently I'd agree with all that, according to him. To be honest, I haven't actually read that email properly until tonight because it was so long. My phone kept switching pages and stuff. So I've got that up on the laptop. Wow. As a worker, you exist to serve the political classes. That's from the heart of the Tory party. Ta-da.